It is Saturday, October 25th. Let's go over some moves. Gold. Let's check out the gold trade. Is gold going up or is gold going down now? What is going on with this? So let's check it out. Gold going back all the way. You can see, 2024, even lower. It's been going higher and higher. Recently the breakout of 310, 330, 350, 400. Nice little pullback to 370. Yeah, it's trying to make a little turn sideways. It's below that 50 line. It hasn't been that low since the August little pullback. So I have a trend line right here going up from August all the way up now. It's touching it. See the weekly. And the weekly does have separation now. About 1017. It crossed over reds over white. It's not big. It's not going down dramatically yet. See the monthly. Yeah, the monthly's still at positive white of reds. Very tight here, the range. Look at basically the move in 2022. You were at a low in stochastics 474. Anytime you buy something at 474, eventually it's going to go up. Maybe it's a month, 6 months, but look what happened in gold. And then it took off and off we go. Quarterly chart, you do have a crossover of the quarterly. You can see now we're heading back down. See yearly. Yearly still white over red clearly. Look at that big candle. It's a massive giant candle. 4 hour. It's trying to hold this 370. 2 hours. See, it went down. We bounced. Now it's trying to break over this 380. So 1 hour. So there it is, 370. Move up. 372, 378. Yeah, it looks like a symmetrical triangle there. See it? Line right here. And the low here, it is getting higher. So for gold, I would say 370 has to hold. If not, you're looking at 363. And then I would say probably around this 350 range. So next week will be very interesting. If we get a bounce, it's start going back up again, and that's it. So we shall see on gold, GLD. All right, check out GDX, gold miners. This was a very tight range. It had to break out the algo 60, goes to 85. Had a sell along the way. And then right here, a very sharp wedge. It came out of it a little bit, but it's not fully up yet. And you have a crossover here, 1979 on stochastics. Yeah, it's its lows it's been in a long time. You had an inner trend line, maybe a trend line here, and then you have one deep below here, which is about 60. Weekly chart, you have a big red candle. Now, weekly on this is looking more like a huge down move. Look at this reverse U. And this was very high up. This was 98 stochastics. You're talking 98.34. You have red over white, 97.97 now. And you can see a clear path. It's below the 80 line. It's very overbought zone. And I don't think it's just going to turn around that fast on this. Make, a UB. Like, look at red candles. Before to put in two, at least three, four. Monthly chart. It did cross over. You finally have a crossover here. Quarterly. Now, quarterly, look at 2024. Well, this is coming down from 2020. Look at this 21, 22, 2023. Then it crossed over right about that 2024 level year. And then now it's very close to crossing back down, being very overbought here. Here's the yearly chart. I see the 4 hour. It's got to hold the 70 line. And you can see it's very choppy. It went up, back down. It's just sort of going sideways now. Hourly, not showing that much. But there's the move. So I look at 70. It's a big hold here. If it doesn't, you have that wick right here in September. That'll be 67. And then, below that, this could slide to 60, 65 if things really change in the market and gold takes a deeper correction here. 5 minute on a day, though, this was very good. Don't really day trade this much, but what's the volume here? Volume sometimes sketchy during pre-market. And then you had 71.50 here. It did go all the way up to 74. Nice run. And then the fade right here on stochastics. 73.50, you go all the way down to this cross. 72.81, then tried to bounce, went down again. This was a nice short, this area. And then the long pre-market up to here. It was pretty good for day trading. All right, what else we got? GNUG. All right, GNUG, of course, this is Junior Gold Miners. This was on a huge run. Look at the tight range back in 2024. Keeps going. Breakout was 100, and then you go to near 210, 207. Look at this go up. And then you go all the way back down now. It has to hold this 135 range. You're at 144. Looks like it wants to cross over here. It's getting close. So if you don't have that, you'd have this little hammer right here, this 122. And if that doesn't hold, let me see here, then where are you going? 122. Yeah, 110, 90 to 110. It would be hard to say if this tries to go up next week, maybe goes up a little bit, 150, and then you get another move down. That would be in this area then, definitely. Weekly chart, they're fading strong here at 7104 stochastics. Red clearly diving down. See this dive down? Not even like this where it's choppy. This is a clear move down. Monthly chart looks like it wants to cross over. Quarterly. Look at the run on the quarterly. This is going back from 23. Look at this. Going up. It's like climbing Mount Everest. Look at this. All the way low. White over red. And look at this. That's pretty amazing. There's the yearly. All right. And this too, I don't know. Can you trade this to 5 minute, to 4 minute? No volume here. It doesn't get that much volume. All right. So look for them ranges down here. Let's check out Nougat. Nougat, same type of chart. This is regular gold miners, 2 times leveraged. The break of 90 here, just went up to 190. Look at that. And now you just fall all the way back to the low, 127. And then right here, very oversold 1577 stochastics. This might try to come up here. So again, the low in this, excuse me, 127.87. The low here, 120. And then you're just going line to line here, just 190 to 110 zone, the breakout zone. You'd look for that if this really falls. Weekly chart, this is another one. Look at red over white, clearly going down now. Big move down. Monthly crossover, quarterly, you can see this big run up. And this has been around since 2012. It has a lot of splits, but you can see it is like building really back in 2030, 22. And that's where we're at yearly. You don't see much on the yearly. Can you trade this to Nougat? Does this have volume? 3,000, very light. Some spots are okay, but it was a good short right here in long pre-market. All right, what other gold? UDN. Other gold miners here. I'm trying to think what other gold ones, but all right, they're the main ones. Let's check silver, SIL, Global X Silver Miners. So you see this going back 30. This went to 40, 50 as the months go by in 2025. Then it goes to 80. Here's your trend line. You try to bounce in, a gap down. The 65 needs a hold right here on SIL. You have a trend line below right here. This is coming all the way from August. That would put it around, this 60-ish range. So if that doesn't hold, hammer here. I see this 62, and then right around this 60 range. Very oversold. Stochastics weekly. Now weekly, look at January 2025 on silver. This deep low. You're talking 560 stochastics. Buy low, sell high. Remember that simplicity in the market as you go up. And look at this rounding move now. You're way up here. 97 stochastics. Now you're sliding all the way down. Look at this. So that's that big trend line there. Monthly chart. You can see here quarterly. And quarterly is interesting. So this was actually a climb from 2016 in this chart. See this? We went up and then came back down deep, went up again. See this high here, went back down deeper and then high. So each of these highs made an even bigger move. That's interesting. And now it looks like maybe it'll cross over again. 4 hour, you can see here, it's chopping with it in this zone right here. 5 minute, yeah, can you trade this too? Oh yeah, actually the volume's pretty good here. And that short is pretty good. All right, that's SIL. What else we have? SLV. All right, Silver Trust, SLV. This was 30. Here's the 35 all the way up to 49. Then it goes all the way back. It's trying to hold this 43. If that doesn't hold, This might even slide this 37, 39, this big trend line going all the way back from April. There it is, 8 connection points. You're the 1840 stochastics weekly chart. It's a big red candle, and it's a cross up here. It's usually a bad sign, like you're going down much further than that, but we'll see. Monthly chart, you can see going all the way back to 2022, very high up here. Quarterly, you can see the quarterly in 2009 this ran into 2011. Look at that shooting star wick. Then he went all the way down. Low in 15. This is a low. Wow. 169. Is that the low actually? Yeah, and then look what happened. The low got higher, and on we go. So silver is making a big move really since 2015. It's starting to make its run. That was like 10 years ago. Up, went back down, up, back down. That's the highest point really ever since 2011. And it looks like almost like a double top up here. Yeah, 40. You see these wicks. Yearly chart, make that separation now. Not much to go in the yearly. All right, so silver, very interesting. We'll see if that falls deep below. Other silver stock, silver metals, there's nothing there. Silver Corp, SVM. SVM's been running since January 3. Very slow mover, 350, 450. It's up at 6. Weekly charts trying to come down now. What else we got here? Anything worth looking at here? Forex. What else? That's pretty much it on that. What else in gold? Is there anything else in gold? Gold Fields. GFI, Gold Fields, minor. 10 goes to 20, goes all the way up to 45 plus. Look at this move. And then it's starting to come down now. Here's a trend line from January. So that would put it around the 30-ish range. It's starting to slide on the weekly, excuse me, daily chart. Yeah, had the gap down, kind of sloppy moves here. And you can see this one, the wave or the snake move. Look, see wave up, down, got lower, wave up again, got lower. So it is trending lower here. Monthly charts ready to cross over right there on Gold Fields. All right, what else we have in gold? When you put in gold, this is what comes up. Anything else? Wasn't there gold GDM or something? This is symbol JD, JMDM. Jim Diamonds, GDMN. I don't know. All right. So anyway, that was the major gold. You have JNUG, Nougat, JDX. There's probably other ones, of course, but they're the main ones. And right now they're all sliding down. Let's get back to gold. Yeah, they're all making that move down. Another move down. They've had it before back in, months and months. It has put in moves down. This is a pretty big one in stochastics level. So you got to hold again on gold. Certain levels here you can see up here back in October. A lot of them have big trend lines going back either to April or last year or more recent, and they're cutting across. So you can check that out on your own. All right, so we'll see on gold. It's pulling back right now, but how far is the question? Next week we'll give an answer. Definitely, what's going on next week? Is it going to lower or are we going to push back higher? So we'll see. We're in the middle. Seeing gold, is it coming down? It's going to make maybe a bump up and then get even further. It did this in August. It did this in July. Did this in May. So we'll watch it. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Heyman Trades on YouTube. Smash the like button. That is it. Peace.